Oh my goodness. So casual. Feeling
What
is up, everybody? Welcome into a casual edition of the DNVR Nuggets Podcast.
Wow, solo it, baby.
Oh my God, it's even louder from this side.
Presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR whenever you sign up, including making your parlays for the weekend's NBA slate. Lots of good NBA games on this weekend. This is where the second round's going to turn. I'm very excited for it. So it should be some good ones. I'm joined by all the homies today. First, wait, Harrison, this is disappointing. What to take you guys behind the scenes a little bit. We had no hat, Harrison. Then he put the hat on. Then he said he's going casual Friday, hat, back to normal. What's going on here, Harrison?
I just got a haircut. You know when you get a haircut sometimes and it just doesn't look the same when you throw the hat on backwards. It was weird right there. I don't know.
You need a little bit of hair coming out the sides. Yeah,
it's too short right now to go backwards hat. I had to abort at the very end there.
Well, that's a lovely plant you have in the back there. Vogt, Miami Vice. Look like you're ready for a little vacation.
I am, always. I also just got a haircut, Harrison, and I tried the backwards hat, and it looks stupid, so I can relate. And I can also relate to Adam because I just got my first haircut in 6 months, and no one said anything. So that's
hey, there you go. You do look very boyish, though, I will say. That's the one thing. Like, you're one of the ones that you get a haircut, you look 10 years younger. as in you look 16 now. Joining us all the way from Serbia, making his return here on Casual Friday, it's the homie Miroslav. Miroslav, good to have you.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm coming to you from the future, 8 hours in the future to be exact.
Oh, that's
what a
sick.
dad joke. Coming in hot.
So many things happened already here. So
can't wait. Can't wait for it. Man, he is really coming in hot with the dad jokes. I love it. Here's Miroslav, we missed you. We, of course, have Serbian Corner on the weekends, but now having you back here, you have to tell the people. We had a conversation earlier this week via DMs where I said, look, we're going to Serbia in 4 months. We can't just go there. You know, you have to do a little research. You go to a foreign country. You got to get prepared for it. So we are starting a new summer series. Miroslav prepares us for our trip to Serbia.
Oh, I love this.
that's right.
And that's exactly what you're here to do.
Yep. I don't want to leave you completely unguarded, and I want you to have at least some basic knowledge of Serbia and Serbian customs, and possibly speak a bit just to be on the safe side, you know.
Yeah.
So hopefully I will try to make your lives easier by making it really hard before you come there. You know, if I give you the toughest shit from Serbian right now, it will be easy peasy when you come here.
Will we have paparazzi at the airport? That's really my first question. Will there be paparazzi at the airport awaiting our arrival?
If you count me as a paparazzi,
okay.
I actually do.
Possible.
Is that I kind of do.
I love this. I love the idea of like hiring the Nugget Serbia crew. To you are our tour guide. We're gonna have to get Milan to be security.
Of course.
I don't. What would Ice Cave guy be?
No, he's security.
He is super security. He is like 6'7". Yeah. So he just have to be on the low side, you know, just be a silent gorilla for you because you know of the accent and everything. Just to be sure everything is. I'm just kidding. He's such a sweet guy. He wouldn't. I mean, when you see him on the screen, he looks, you know, just like a puppy, and then you see him in real life, and he's huge.
Right.
And yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting.
All right. So later on in the show, in fact, segment 2, I'm very excited for. We're going to rank current players in terms of how well they fit with Jokic. We're going to put them in tiers: S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. It's going to be great, as well as some prospective players that are kind of in the conversation for possible targets. In segment 3, we're going to bring back the steps. You guys remember that old game. But first, Miroslav, it is time. We're going to class. Let's put our glasses on. Let's get our number 2 pencils. What do you want to teach us?
First of all, let's see this beautiful logo.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, there you go, folks.
Okay, so what do we call this? I've never seen this before.
Okay. Okay. Right back at you. Okay. So let's start with a little game I called Reading Cyrillic with Miroslav. And this is actually Cyrillic because I've replaced the C letter with a Ch. That's the first letter of my last name.
Oh.
Reading Cyrillic with Miroslav today. I want to give you the basics about how you should read the Cyrillic and to understand the differences to the Latin alphabet. So let's start with a couple of useful things to get us started. First thing, capital Cyrillic letters read often, but not always the same like in Greek alphabet.
Well, that's not helpful. First of all, not helpful at all.
I don't know the Greek alphabet.
Yeah, that's not
everybody who is really good with Greek alphabet will appreciate this.
So none of us.
Alpha, beta, omega.
But do not try to read Greek small letters because even I cannot do that. So especially the written one. Let's go to the other one. Serbian is phonetic, and this is actually the part that will make things a bit easier for you. So let's start now with letters that correspond to English letters,
All right.
but not always read the same.
Okay.
Unlike English, Serbian letters always have the same sound. This is why the language is phonetic. And in English, sometimes the letter U can be read like U or like an A, like in duck or in muse or something like that. So
it sounds like two different sounds,
things.
but okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
large
those are in English, but in Serbian it's the same. So these are the letters. So A, E, O, M, T, J, K.
Yep, the J there, not English.
Yeah. I read it like we read it in Serbian, and they look exactly the same like the ones in English.
See. Okay.
Although we don't read them always exactly the same like in English.
Okay. Good.
Now, letters that look the same to English letters but read completely different, have nothing to do with English. This will make things, of course, even easier. And those are, so you see those B, C, H, P, and X, and they actually read as V, S, N, R, H. And this one, the H is logical. It's because like is an X like in Mexico. So it makes sense. Come on.
Oh, okay.
X like in Mexico.
Yeah, there you go.
So at least something.
There you
something
go.
for you.
All right, that's not too bad.
Oh, I do have to say, Miroslav, there's a little bit of a crossover between Serbian and Hebrew. Just gotta say.
Oh wow! Look at this. We're really building some bridges here.
Don't let me get started with that, man. Come on. Don't move me to that direction because this show will go off the rails. Let's stick to the subject right now. So let's
what do you want to say?
Yes, there's stuff you got to get off your chest, Miro. What the hell?
What are you trying to say here?
That sounded, I'm sure, more ominous than it was.
We'll do it offline when you come to Serbia. Okay. A few simple examples of reading Serbian Cyrillic. Let's start with this one. Mama. And it translates to mom. So repeat with me. Mama.
Mama.
I can't do this, Miro.
I don't know if I can do it either.
It's going to get tougher. I need to start with something simple. Okay.
Mama.
Okay. Mama.
Okay. Second one. Tata. Tata is a dad.
Tata.
All right. Tata.
Okay. So let's put a little twist on that. Tama. That means darkness.
That's a hard left turn.
Tama. All right. Tama.
Yeah, Tama is darkness. Okay. And the last simple example for today is Toma. And Toma is a famous Serbian singer you'll be listening to a lot when drunk in Serbia.
Toma. Nice.
Toma.
I feel like I could get around with these 4 words. I could navigate with these 4 words.
Yeah. This is the easy part. So there is actually a great biopic movie about this Toma character that got out last year, and I will not force you to watch it, but when you get drunk, you will have no idea what you're doing. Okay, let's go on. Phonetic means that the letter Y reads the same in Jokic and in Milojevic.
Okay.
Don't make me repeat that. I don't want to hear any more Milojevic. bullshit.
Man.
So Jokic,
Dejan. All right, no, I get
Milojevic.
Okay. I see
Jokic.
you. I see you.
Milojevic.
Okay.
Milojevic. Okay.
Milovic.
But it's a simple one.
Milovic.
It's just where the emphasis is. Like if I called you Miroslav
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Miroslav.
Yeah, but
And
it's
you're
not
a
a
Slav.
it's a y. Okay,
Okay.
let's do the O now. This is really important for me. So O reads the same in Jokic and in Nikola, and it is a short vowel. So it's not Nikola because there is no O in Serbian. It's always O. So Jokic, Nikola. Brendan, repeat with me.
Hey,
Nikola,
wait,
Jokic.
hold on. Is it Nikola or Nicola?
Oh my
Nikola.
God.
Nikola. We
Nicola.
need to excel at this, man.
Nikola.
We need to excel at this.
I agree. It's different every person I ask. And one
This
time
is
I asked
part of what's
Jokic,
so hard about it. Yeah, it's
one
so
time
hard.
I asked Jokic, and he said, "I don't care."
Yeah, it was like,
I was like, I do.
Think about it. You need to speak to a person that's really good at singing, like me, because I have good.
Yeah.
Good
You can say it,
prerequisites for
Miroslav.
that.
I'm the only person on this show that pronounces his name correctly.
It's true.
You can say it. You can say it.
Yeah. So
Nikola.
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola
Jokic.
Jokic.
Excellent. Jokic. That's
Jokic.
very important to me. Okay. Let's move on now. A bit more complex. Of course, you want it more complex. Here we go. Sava. So it's not Keba, it's not Kaba, it's Sava.
Okay, Sava, the
And-
second biggest river of
Sava.
Serbia.
The
There
second
we go.
biggest river in
Interesting. You went with the
Belgrade.
second biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because the first one is Dunav or Danube in English,
Yeah.
which is actually, the second biggest river in all of Europe.
Right.
And Sava is kind of our own river that used to be the biggest river of the former Yugoslavia. So there is also some kind of emotional connection we have with Sava. And there are 4 really nice bridges over Sava that you will see when you come to Belgrade. Okay, bit more complex. Adam, read this.
Ratkva.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I put it in Latin here as well. Yes,
Oh, there it
Rotkva. Rotkva.
Rotkva.
Rotkva.
Rotkva.
Rotkva. Yes.
Rotkva.
Rotkva means radish. And it is not to be confused with cam radish, you poor non-phonetic bastards. So you have two words that sounds exactly the same and are completely differently spelled. So Rotkva is always Rotkva. There is no second way of spelling Rotkva.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So radish.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that one down. I think.
Of course, if you want a salad with radish, you need to know how to
That's
order
right.
Rotkva. Okay, and
Where it gets hard.
it's actually pretty good for you after rakia. Radish is pretty good for that. Okay,
I hate
What
radish.
is your culture? How
I love,
quickly
I love the idea. Can you imagine if we were like, "Hey, Vogt, do you mind picking up some beer and radishes on your
Yeah,
way?"
Come back with Cam Reddish.
Can you imagine you've got the rakia aftertaste and someone's like, dude, I've got radishes. Yes.
We're gonna get kicked out of Serbia by
Yeah,
day 3.
for
We're
sure.
totally just gonna be like, "Please leave."
Like, why are you guys talking about Cam Reddish so much?
now we are going to do a rapid fire through the rest of the Cyrillic letters and their Latin corresponding letters. So the first one, B, that corresponds to B. This is how it looks like. Second one, G, that looks like a G. D,
Does it?
that looks well.
Does
No.
it?
So that sounds like a G. Sorry.
Okay,
In certain
yeah.
letters, of course. Sometimes
Yeah,
you read G as a G, and sometimes you read it as a J for some reason. Okay. The third one, D, corresponds to D.
Got it. Yeah.
Next one is interesting. It's the J. You see this beautiful fourth letter here, J. And
Joker.
it reads exactly like in Django. So the silent D, right? So
Okay.
DJ, like in Django. And then we get to J. J reads like in jovial, and you know French, so it's not a problem, right? So J like in jovial.
Okay.
Then we go to Z, that looks
Yeah.
like a number 3. That's Z.
Yeah.
And then this reverse N is actually E, or as you call it, I. Then we get the L for L, L that reads like in paella. Now, I understand that you don't actually say paella, you say paella, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like a
So
Y.
So I messed that one real bad. Sorry about that.
Okay.
We have a ny that reads like in a gnocchi. You know that.
Right. Yeah.
First,
Okay. Yeah. It's not
you know
really
gnocchi.
a sound we have that much of, but okay.
We have p that corresponds to p,
Yeah.
and so on. You see the ch, which is like a soft version of ch, like in chuk.
Okay.
F for
Yeah.
f, z
Yeah.
for z, like in Zimmermann, like in German. You know that, of course. And then you get to ch and j, like in Jordan, and sh, like in Champagne.
Man,
So-
we're gonna have a hard time. Okay.
This is just a quick fire, so that this will actually help you for the test.
That one
Oh
was
God.
Now we're doing we're doing a snake draft right now. I know we're doing another one later on, maybe.
Oh,
But-
we're gonna do a snake draft right now. Russian
This-
words. Perfect.
This is a this is a snake draft
Serbian words,
of
I mean, sorry.
six words or phrases written in Cyrillic,
Okay.
and
let's
you'll
do it.
try to read it. You don't need to get the exact meaning, just the reading.
Let's
So
do it.
I need a volunteer that will do the first question
Let's go.
because
I'm
that
ready.
one.
That lesson was so good. I'm ready. I'll do it. Let's go,
Yeah.
Miroslav.
But listen, the first one is the easiest one. It's for 1 point, and the sixth one that will wait for you at the end, where it's 6 points, and
They
there's
they should have volunteered then. I get the easy. Get vote number 6.
Does somebody here want to finish with 1 point? That's pretty good offer because you might finish with 0.
Miroslav, I dropped out of like school. They were like, "You're in college," and I was like, "How many classes can I stop taking?" So I'm 0's fine. I don't know.
Okay. Let's start with Adam then. Okay, Adam, for 1 point.
Oh man, this was 1 point, huh? Nikola Jokic.
Excellent. 1 point for Adam. Ali, please keep count of points, please. Okay.
Alrighty, perfect.
Second one is
Is
for
Harrison
Harrison
now? Harrison, yeah.
for 2 points.
Dejan Milojevic.
Very good.
Ooh.
2 points
Okay.
for Harrison and Adam. I have to tell you, Harrison will probably end up in front of you with 2 points, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to get really hard soon.
I can't wait for vote here. Let's
Vote
see it.
for 3 points.
Cam Reddish.
Hold on. We got it. We got this. We got it.
Cam Reddish was my guess, so it's all you, Adam.
It looks like Jerison Shea Onai.
Remember, Adam. Remember the Mexico.
Oh yeah, Harrison. Yay. Ona Lepi.
Harrison Onailepi. I will give you half of 3 points,
All right.
like a point and a half.
Have you been taking lessons, Adam? How did you possibly just read that?
Clearly, he clearly has. By the
No,
way,
I'm telling you, I can read Cyrillic kind of.
yeah.
But these points
apparently,
you've been
these
taking
points
lessons.
go to vote. I mean, I don't make up the rules. It's just like that. So
He's
vote.
winning. Vote's winning at the moment.
No, Harrison is actually winning with 2 points, but we'll
Oh,
see
okay.
now. Okay, vote.
Okay.
Second question, and Harrison, Onailepi means Harrison is the pretty one. So just do.
I hate this show. How many
Just
viewers do we have?
Wait, can I
Okay.
take a screenshot of that? Hold on.
Oh,
You just really taught me the X. That's internalized now. I
Yeah.
won't ever forget it now.
okay. Next one, also for vote, for 4 points.
Miroslav, it's pretty hard for me to overstate the extent to which I have no fucking clue what you're showing me. right
This
now.
is PB Grisa Rep.
Yeah, it's not the P, it's a R. It's a
Oh, yeah,
riba
rep,
ribi
rep, yeah,
grise
yeah,
rep.
Damn it. that's
Riba
right.
ribi grise rep is saying we give to our children for them to learn our hard R, just to make it really good. And actually, it means a fish is biting other fish's tail.
I feel like that's a really layered short joke, but
All right, what else we got?
Okay, number 5 for Harrison.
Oh God.
Oh wow. I know this one.
Nikola Jokic is the MVP.
Oh, pretty
That's what
close.
that means.
Pretty close.
Pop, Copa, Bob, Co, Pokapa, Poppy, Bob?
Pop Copa Bob, Pocopa Popu Bob. Or you need to do it really fast. It's Pop Copa Bob, Pop Copa Popu Bob. And it is a sentence we use to break tongues of our younglings. So it actually means the priest is digging out the horse beans.
No, it doesn't.
Who buried priest is horse beans.
Dude.
Yeah, I had to check how the Bob translates.
That's what your expressions look like?
Wow.
The priest is digging out horse beans.
Yeah, we needed a lot of these P's and a lot of these B's to make it really
That's
really hard.
definitely
So,
like a dirty
right.
Serbian
We
joke.
got to get to a commercial break here, so let's do
Yeah.
this last one here.
last one for Adam. Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
shit.
well, first of all, that's a starling.
Ah, shit, you've already seen it.
Jesus, dude. Like a half second.
This one's really hard though, because does it look at the pronunciation there? That's really tough. Is it Jesus? Zgiffery?
Listen, not a lot of people in Serbia even know this name of this word. Is actually used only in cross puzzles when you need a letter with no vowels at all. So it's just 5 syllables next
We're gonna
to each
go
other.
over to Serbia and we're gonna be dropping all these words, and people are gonna be like, "No, these are just using crossword puzzles."
No one says that ever.
Have you met Miroslav then? Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is Čkvrlj. Čkvrlj is the way to pronounce this.
Hey,
and-
one more time on that one.
Yeah, Čkvrlj.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're not going to
So
say that.
it is a kind of a bird. It's a sturnus, or as a how did you call it?
A starling. It looks like a
Yeah,
starling.
yeah, it is a starling. Sturnus
we
is a
go.
kind of a starling. So very good, Adam.
I feel very good about how I did on the test. I am perfectly ready. I'll do better next week. That's definitely us. It's probably going to be us every single week as we try to get to those. I thought that was a fun segment. Good job, Miroslav. That was a fun test. We are now fully prepared for our trip to Serbia. I can't wait.
I think I'm gonna stick with Rosetta Stone. That's just
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we're going to play a fun game, guys. This is Casual Friday. We're going to look at the players currently on the roster, some prospective players, and talk about how well do they fit with Nikola Jokic. Are they S-tier quality supporting cast next to Jokic? Are they F-tier or somewhere in between? But first, Harrison.
If you guys haven't been able to watch the Nuggets and Avs and Rapids games this season, check out Ivaka TV. Gets it up with these guys in the summer, so you're ready to go when Nuggets season tips off in the fall. Go to ivaka.tv/DNVR, ivaka.tv/DNVR. If you use promo code DNVR, you're going to get $10 off your first 3 months. It's only $15 a month for Ivaka TV with that promo code. Plus, you get a free receiver for those first 3 months as well. No contracts, no hidden fees, cancel whenever. It's not like cable where you're locked into some deal for a year or two. Ivaka.tv/DNVR. They've got Rockies games. Now that it's baseball season, they've got AT&T Sportsnet Rocky Mountain. You can watch Rockies games. They've got national channels as well. Ivaka.tv/DNVR. Promo code DNVR to get set up with them. At DraftKings Sportsbook, NBA playoff action is nonstop. DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NBA. This week, new customers can bet just $5 on any team to win, get $150 in free bets if they do. If you're looking to turn a small bet into a big payday during the playoffs, check out DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, player props, team props, points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers, whatever prop you want, you can bet on with DraftKings Sportsbook. And make sure to check out same-game parlays as well. Right now, all customers can place a same-game parlay with 3 or more legs and get a free bet back up to $25 if one leg doesn't hit. So that's an awesome deal. Make sure you take advantage of that. If you're a new user, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code DNVR. Bet $5 on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Promo code DNVR only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-522-4700.
All righty, let's get back here on segment 2 here. Very excited for this one, guys. So now we are going to talk about the players currently on the roster. I thought this would be a fun experiment. We look at all the players. You guys are familiar with this, right? The tier list that, like, Actually, you might be more familiar with it than I am. I get A, B, C, D, E, and F. What is S?
Just like super, I think, like the best.
Like the top. It's the top. It's like there's S tier, right? It's the very top thing that you have. So I wanted to do this with the players on the roster, might be coming back, a couple wild cards like former players, and then some prospective, free agent targets or trade targets, and just go over how well do they fit with Nikola Jokic? Like, how much are they the perfect player? Now, here's where I have to establish S tier first. I have to establish what this means. To me, Giannis is an S tier fit next to Jokic, meaning to me he's the perfect player that you could possibly pair with Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
You maybe could fit a couple other, like, is there anybody else that you feel like, because we're going to get to Murray first and he's going to be a really tough one, but I'm just trying to think of like who else to you, not outside of the Nuggets, is an S tier fit with Jokic. I'll start with you, Miroslav.
I don't know. Chris Paul. I would love to see Chris Paul next to Jokic.
That's a good one. He has the defense. He has the passing and playmaking. He's not too ball dominant, so he would be willing to get off ball for Jokic. I think that's a really good one. Harrison, who's S tier for you besides Chris Paul and Giannis?
Steph Curry.
So Steph Curry is an interesting one. Very clearly, he creates so much gravity and runs around and plays smart and this or that. Defensively, Jokic, Curry, that's a little bit less. Is the offense enough? Probably. What do you think, Vogt? Do you allow Steph Curry as an S tier fit next year?
Yeah, I don't. That's first of all, if those are your two in place, you can just put 3 defenders at the 2, 3, 4 if possible. You're fine. I mean, that's so much offense, it's absurd. I think that's S tier. I'm going to throw one out there that I think is kind of in between A and S. Curious what you guys think, and I hate saying this out loud. Anthony Davis? ?
I'm gonna, man. It's a pretty dark.
Defensively, it's an S. I think offensively, maybe.
I'm gonna have to go A tier.
A tier.
Are we pretending everybody's healthy for this exercise?
I think we have to
all the time. Okay.
Oops. Yeah, I think we have to. I think that works. Personality-wise, would be the one thing there. You start to get into like, I wonder, would there be like who's the top dog kind of stuff? And I don't know if he's S tier, man, to be honest. He's pretty close, though. He's pretty close. So that's kind of Kevin Durant would also probably be S tier to me. Again, he might want more possessions than would be the perfect fit, but he's so good that it doesn't matter. So he would be another guy that I would put there. LeBron, maybe you could put LeBron there at this stage too. The only problem is LeBron would probably make it miserable, but let's be honest, LeBron and Jokic, it's probably enough. You probably have a good starting point there. So those are the guys. So now let's get into it. Jamal Murray. Harrison, I'll let you go first on this. Where's Jamal Murray? I mean, to me, it's either S or A.
Yeah, I'd probably go A tier. What
do you think, Miroslav?
Yeah, I agree. He has to be A tier. I mean, if we have Giannis at the S, you need that kind of overlap. It's an A for me.
Okay. Vogt, do you have any objections?
No, I think with how we've defined S tier, A makes sense to me.
All right, let's go down to Michael Porter Jr.
I'm going to say B.
B tier. He's an interesting one. I mean, obviously elite floor spacing, defense, and like just his ability to and willingness to play in a system like it has been unproven. Rebounding, huge.
Good cutter, good rebounder. Obviously, defensively is your hang up here. And he's not, in terms of IQ, he's not like basketball IQ, to be clear, not like a Jokic S tier guy.
Miroslav, where do you go here?
I would go with a C here because, he used to be a really big liability on defense, especially in playoffs. Mm-hmm. So if we are trying to build around Nikola Jokic, I mean, what position does he play? I mean, if we look at him as a 4, he's not strong enough to play, against elite 4s in the league, even though there are not so many elite 4s like there used to be. But he's not a rebounder if he plays a 3. If he plays away from the basket, it's not a great fit for him. I don't think it's more than a C, but I will allow him to climb all the way to an A tier during the next season if everything
like at its best well. You could see it.
Guys, I hate to do this. My kids, you guys know this, but everybody else doesn't. my kids have been sick at home from school. I got one screaming. And
Do you have
nobody
to
is.
go?
I have to no, just for a second. But you guys can go ahead and go through Barton, Aaron Gordon. I'll be back in just a
Okay.
Finally.
Can we bring up the screen again or no?
He took the screen with him.
Okay. So what do we think about Will
Oh,
Barton?
he's halfback. He's halfback. Okay.
I put him as a C. I mean, like, how are we doing? Are we doing Barton right now? Because it's
Yeah.
then like
Yeah.
D, I think maybe. I really love the way he connected that starting lineup together because I think he's an underrated playmaker, does just enough scoring. But it's also 2 years later, you know what I mean? And physically with where he's at, don't think he can stay in front of anyone. Are there other guys that can get you what he can offensively that maybe have more legs to them? Right now he's D, but I do think, prime Barton, it was like a C plus type of deal.
I think if we're putting MPJ C, I almost
putting
wonder
him
if we should
B.
put MPJ B and Barton C, just so there's like some separation there. I don't know. But I mean, Barton a couple years ago, he might have been B.
I agree with that. But right now, what do you think, Miro? I know you have a different Barton perspective than us.
Listen, I'm really trying to look at Barton with pink glasses and to see the best from him. And I mean, his lack of defensive basketball IQ is what was really triggering me throughout this season a lot. And as I said, we are building around Jokic. We need sound guys
Right.
on all 5 positions. And he was, I don't think he was a targeted one at any point because he was the better one out of the 2 guards in the Denver lineup. But he didn't box out. He didn't do the little things you need to do on every defensive possession. And then on I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about his offense. Honestly, I mean, he is a shooter as good of a shooter as he is. He's like a 35-36%.
He's not a bad catch and shoot
sure.
guy.
He's okay. And he usually takes those last second shots that make him look bad, but he also takes some first second shots that makes everybody crazy. So I cannot give him the same treatment as I gave to Michael Porter. I have to put him in a D.
Yeah, and he's trending down. It's not like, Porter, you're like, okay, can he come back, look better, get better? I think with Barton, we expect. But I'm going to disagree with some of the comments, like Wind was saying earlier. Walter says he doesn't feed Jokic. I thought Barton, when he was a healthy, good fit in Denver, did plenty of that, to be honest. I thought he was actually good at that specific thing. But I do know it's 2022, and to me, it's D. What do you think, Wind?
Yeah, I'd probably put him below MPJ. So D. Yeah. Who's next?
It's a good question.
Go to Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, let's do Aaron Gordon.
What do you guys think about Aaron Gordon?
He is a B to me.
Mm-hmm.
He is a B. I mean, sure, Giannis would be better, and I don't know if I can give you a lot more power forwards that would be better. I'm not sure. I mean, Draymond would probably be better than Aaron Gordon, but I'm not sure how that fit would look like. I mean, he is a really great playmaker, but you already have that in your starting 5. So yeah, he would be like a super version of Paul Millsap, I guess.
Yeah.
So
defensively gets you organized to another level, right?
So a B for me for Aaron Gordon.
I'm good with B. I mean, I think defensively he's a great fit. I think in terms of just playing off of Jokic, he proved this year to be a really good fit, even though he still has a ways to go there. Like he's talked about how he wants to raise his IQ, but I feel like just playing with Jokic for a little over a year now, he's has a really good chemistry with him. Just filling the role that he needs to around Jokic, I think is good. I'd say B.
I'd say B. And like also, B, like when it's the fourth guy, you know what I mean? Like, yes, he was sort of an all-in trade, but he's a fill the cracks guy. Like B's tremendous, right? And also like, how is he a B? It's the little things that he's good at that this roster didn't have, you know? I think B is right, but I think we're all thrilled with seeing a B forward, you know, slide in with that physicality.
And listen, if we had healthy Jamal and Michael Porter this season, he would probably be an A. I mean, Aaron Gordon would, because he would just slide so perfectly around them.
I mean, that was a huge thing this season. Like Aaron Gordon was playing up, like he was miscast as the number 2 or number 3 option. We talked about this on the show yesterday. If you go back and look at Aaron Gordon in just, I think it was the 5 games that he played in with Jamal Murray last year. They played in 5 games together. He shot like 65% from the field.
Right.
Like he was in the exact perfect role with this team fully healthy. It's like he could have the most efficient season of his career next year. He probably should have the most efficient season of his career.
So many looks at the rim if everything goes according to plan, and just like wide open, you know, miscommunication stuff.
What do we think is preventing AG from being an A? Is it just the shot? If he was 36% or 37% shooter from 3 instead of a 33% shooter, would he be an A?
It's so strange, man. I mean, if we're talking about 4% difference for 3-pointers, that means that he would be hitting like 9 or 12 points per every 100 3-pointers he shot. It's just the psychological aspect of it. If the other team doesn't respect his shot, that's the thing that kills you. So I don't know. There are some guys that are really good shooters. Like you mentioned it yesterday, I think. Like Gary Harris was like a 48% from corners
this season.
Yeah, which is amazing. But I don't think anybody was looking at him like a dead-eye shooter during the season. So I don't think he helped that team as much as those numbers would suggest.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you have 1 or 2 ISO plays from Gordon per game, I think you're good. But if you have to go to a bigger area, that's a problem.
I think he outlined it himself. He said he wants to improve the mental game. And that's not to imply that he doesn't have any of it. Good tertiary playmaker, make some really timely cuts. You can just point to, in this role this season, which we all agree is sort of unfair, you can just sort of point to 2 or 3 kind of plays per game where you're like, you simply don't have to do that. And if you didn't, it would be that much easier to look at you as a perfect fit. But I think to the main point we're all in agreement on here, that's going to happen less and less as you get your guys back, in theory.
Yeah. What do we think about Monte Morris? Just gut, I'd probably say C. That's my gut. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it can
average.
be.
I mean, C is just kind of average.
It cannot be higher than a C just because of the size. You know, you need more in a starting lineup. And if we're talking about Jokic players, we're presuming he's playing in a starting 5 next to Nikola, or a lot of minutes next to Nikola, and that's the only issue, because he'll always be targeted as a smaller guy. So I don't think you can go over C, even though I love Monte. I absolutely love Monte. Yeah. And I think he's essential for the Nuggets before the trade deadline.
Yeah. It's like Monte's he's a perfect backup point guard. He's a good fit with Jokic, but I feel like he could be a good fit with almost anybody in the league. Yeah. You know, like he has a game as a point guard that is just, you can just put him into any type of offense, and like, that's what any team needs, a pick and roll point guard who can shoot from 3 at the volume he does, who can hit the mid range, who can get to the rim and finish. Like he could be a good plug and play with, I think, the majority of teams.
Yeah, I think the baseline, the floor offensively is so good. You know, you almost don't need to know who the rest of the team is to be like, sure, C+, B-, right? Fits in well enough with any 4 guys. Just defensively, you know, size and defense, I just do think it's an issue for him. He's also a backup guard, though, and that's not terribly uncommon. So I don't
you don't need an A off the bench.
Sure. C. Just C. What do you guys think? C.
Yeah,
I think C probably. Yeah.
Works for me.
Okay, let's hit a break real quick. I don't think we're getting Adam back for the show, by the way.
A really
Got
pretty
some,
bird just flew by
family
his
stuff.
window, and we just
Yeah.
lost them.
Yeah. But let's hit a break real quick on the other side. I guess we can should we go the steps on the other side? Well, we can figure it out. Guys, Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. Make sure to pick up some Breck Brew seltzers. It's the summer. Like, seltzers are perfect for the summer. So if you're in the area, if you're local, stop by the DNVR bar, corner of Colfax and York. We got seltzers chilling in the fridge. If you're not in the area, check out the Breck Brew beer locator on their website. It will tell you where to get Breck Brew closest to you. Also, for the Avs playoffs, anybody catch that Avs game last night? That was freaking awesome game.
Amazing.
An incredible game.
Super fun.
Avs won an OT. But for the playoffs, Breckenridge Brewery is – what are they doing here for the Avs playoffs? Hold on. I just had it right.
It's a sweet deal.
It's with the Avalanche Amber Ale. When the Avs score 2 goals in the first period, if you buy an Avalanche Amber, you get a free beer. Once the game starts, just save your receipt. And then if the Avs score 2 or more goals in the first period, Breck Brew's going to pay for that beer. You just upload your receipt to breckbrew.com and they send you a rebate. So drink Avalanche Amber during the Avs playoffs. And like I said, pick up some Breck Brew seltzers as well. At Lightshade Dispensary right now, I would tell you guys to pick up some Ripple. Ripple is a fast-acting, dissolvable, clinically proven to hit 2 times faster than the leading gummy. Ripple starts absorbing within 10 minutes, so you can depend on a consistent experience every single time. With Ripple dissolvables, you can make anything edible. Flavorless, dissolvable powders, Ripple Quick Sticks are the most convenient way to get the fastest THC. Just pour it on your tongue. Where can you find Ripple? Colorado's premier dispensary, Lightshade, with 11 convenient Denver Metro and Aurora locations. The Barnum location is now open, 1 block off 6th and Federal. Podcast listeners, you guys can get 25% off non-sale items with the code DNVR. Make sure to shop online at lightshade.com, or you can pick up or visit a Lightshade location near you. All right. We are back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast. We're presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up and download the app. We'll have to get back to that list of potential Nuggets because there were some potential free agents and trade targets on there that we wanted to spot next to Jokic as well. Maybe hit that on Monday. But I think we have Ray on to do the steps.
That's right.
We have him.
Zdravo.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Beautiful.
What's up, Ray? How are you, brother?
Doing well. It's been quite the week. I've been snowed on, rained on, and I'm hot today. So,
do you watch hockey at all, Ray? Have you been to the bar for the Avs games?
I have not. It's been a busy work week for me, but I've been keeping up. They're doing well, kicking a lot of ass. I'm happy for them.
They're fun. You should come through. You don't have to know hockey. I don't, but I go and I have a great time.
It just seems like it's fun to watch. More than a lot of sports, you don't have to know. Where you're just like, hey.
Agreed.
I don't know if I don't want to co-sign people being able to fight in the context of a sport and just being okay, but there's something endearing about it.
Endearing.
I love it, man. I love the uniqueness of hockey. Like, it's perfect. It's really perfect.
Yeah. I wish I could skate. One day.
How's your off season been treating you?
It's treating me well. I have getting a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of reading. I don't know. It's having a good time.
For sure. All right. Well, I hope you don't conquer the steps in the first episode we brought them back for, but I know you know a lot about the Nuggets, so I'm kind of worried you're just going to breeze through all these questions.
I'm not that worried. You'll get me with something. It's fine.
Can I be his wingman?
Yeah, I would love that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's get started here. Question number 1.
Okay.
Who led the Nuggets in scoring this season? Real tough one to start things off.
Nikola Jokic.
I'm going to need a better pronunciation on that, right?
Ooh, yeah. Tap Miroslav in.
Nikola Jokic.
We'll take that. Very good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay. I'll try.
C+.
I'll study. I'll study.
Very
I'll
far
study.
from perfect, but it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Question number 2. Where is Bones Highland from? What city is his hometown?
Wilmington, Delaware.
Boom, easy.
That is correct.
Set it up.
I'm an East Coaster. Yeah, it's fine. I cheated.
That is correct. Question number 3. This is kind of a tough one. Who won the Northwest Division this season?
Ooh, that is a great question. I believe it is the Utah Jazz.
That is correct.
Okay.
3-4-3. I think the Jazz won it by 1 game. Question number 4.
They tried to lose it, but yeah.
They tried to lose it. Can we retroactively take away the division from them? Like, they don't deserve it.
They deserve something. I don't know. They're not going to win a lot else, so let them have it.
All right. Question number 4. What 2 players did the Nuggets give up in the Bryn Forbes trade?
It would be my guy, Bull, and PJ Dozier, or at least his contract.
That is correct. That is correct. All right. Breezing right along here. 4 for 4.
Is this for a sticker pack? I don't remember.
Number 5. This is for a sticker pack. If we're doing the same prizes as last year, we never talked about that. I don't know.
Hey, it's Brandon's money. F it. We give him 2 sticker packs. He's not watching.
Question number 5. Who started the season for Denver on 2-way contracts? What were the 2 players who started the season for Denver on 2-way contracts?
It would be Marcus Howard and Peter Corneli.
Peter Corneli, that is correct.
Okay, cool.
5 for 5.
I will allow it. It's actually Petr Corneli, but
Yeah,
you're right. You're right. It's like Petr Cech, right?
That's right. Exactly the same.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ray, you got the sticker pack. Are you going for the shirt?
I'm going for the shirt. I
Come on.
have all the stickers I need. Thank you.
I thought so. Question number 6. What was Nikola Jokic's season high in points this year? His season high in points.
Oh, it's in the high 40s.
Oh, that's a hard one. I'm going to look it up because I can cheat.
This was a tough one. Maybe this should have not been question 6. Actually, they kind of get a little tough from here.
You have
Miroslav, do you know? Do you feel confident? I know I'm within like 2 points.
I'm trying to show my hands. I'm not Googling,
Right.
I don't think he had a 50-point game this season.
F off chat. F off chat. Ray, be
I can't
honorable.
see the chat.
Okay,
yeah, I can't see the chat. You're good. Okay.
Love you, chat.
I love you too. 48.
That is incorrect.
Oh my God, that's heartbreaking. Oh, I don't like
it was 49.
I don't like it.
That's painful.
I do. Question number 6. That was a tough one.
It's okay. I should have known.
I thought it was a little easier than just a normal season high because it came in like one of the more memorable wins of the season.
It did. He just had so many.
Can you pull that Walter comment up for the? Can we put that on the?
Oh.
DNVR cheap as hell. Question 6, my ass.
It's not DNVR. It's Harrison.
We used to make 3 the wrench in the whole process, so we're growing. This is growth.
I appreciate it. Well,
hey,
that was fun. All the same.
You can stay on here, Ray, if you want. We got 10 minutes left in the show.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm down.
What do you think of our tier rankings about players with Jokic? Any that you really disagreed with? MPJ, Barton, Monte Morris, Aaron Gordon?
I would be willing to give Monte a B-.
Yeah. Why is that?
Depending on he works with him so well offensively. I have so much trust in him in that sense that I'll give it a range. If he's hitting his shots, B-. If he's not, kind of a C+, C.
Mm-hmm.
But that's marginal. But no, for the most part, I pretty much agree with you guys. I don't think there's anyone, even Will Barton, in the starting lineup who Jokic actively, dislikes, finds frustrating, that sort of thing.
Porter at C, B. How does that shake out for you, Ray?
It depends. Mike is an enigma in that there are so moments where I feel very confident about his like passing ability and his also just ability to just make open shots that he kind of deserves to be. And other moments where there are some record scratches, but that's just being young. I think if I had to like project to this next season, I'd give him a B. You know, the length, the rebounding is big. I would love for Nikola to not have to average 17 rebounds a game for a time. That would be nice.
Here's the thing, though. What tier would Michael Porter Jr. be in if he wasn't on the Nuggets? If we hadn't just watched him play, and he
like you were just trying to trade for him, that sort of thing.
If he was on, like, I don't know, the
Atlanta
Bucks or the Magic or the 76, and he had done the same exact thing in his career so far. Because I feel like, in my opinion, he'd probably be lower if I hadn't watched him up close.
I kind of wonder there's a chance he's higher. We really fed other shit.
People, that's what I'm. When you trade for a guy, you really sell yourself. Once you're convinced, you want to convince yourself that you're right. So I think the consensus might, rise a little bit. Yeah, and it's like the grass is greener on the other side. You don't have the negatives to think about when it's someone else's player.
I mean, I would just look at it as a small forward who can't play defense and is like a low IQ guy and doesn't really read the game that well.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be so convinced that he's a low IQ guy because we would see all of those disgusted Jokic faces next to him. So
we would just
you can always
3% from deep, and we'd be like, that looks pretty sweet,
Right, and you can always say like, okay, once he plays with Jokic, then he'll sort of develop, the chemistry, the sort of that team identity.
Jokic makes everybody better and so on. And
the truth is, though, guys, we would be like, his third back surgery?
It depends on the trade, for sure. But hey, I'd rather have him over like Kristaps or something, but
Yeah, I mean, that's not saying much, but okay.
It's not, but it's saying something.
It is saying something.
It could be worse.
Because Kristaps actually got traded.
Well, who's like your dream target? Do you have a dream free agent signing or trade guy? That
it's Lu Dort.
Lu Dort.
Yeah, if we can get Lu Dort,
what tier do you put Lu Dort in?
Like B+.
I
think he's right there with Aaron as far as like what would make this the best 5-man unit in the league. I mean, I think he's as far as who we could get, obviously, you go get LeBron James, it'd be fun. But as far as attainable players, I think Lu Dort would pretty much, I would feel good about it against anyone, the Bucks, the Suns, whoever.
I don't really know what type of player Lu Dort is on the offensive end and how that would translate to Denver's system. But
how much does he need to do?
But that's the thing. I'm wondering how much he would scale his game back, because Lu Dort last year took almost 8 3-pointers a game. He only got 33% from 3.
He
barely shot over 40% from the field last year.
He spent his career building pro habits in OKC, and that's not like an indictment on the coaching staff or any of that. But
no,
but it's not a serious campaign, right? To try to win games, and you just sort of feel like it's like some of their crunch time offense over the last 3 years, because they don't mind losing, and like Lu Dort's been a part of that. You're just like, yo, what was that shot? Like, why? Why? So I actually think there's a little bit of the Aaron Gordon question applied to him as well. Like, how much of a connecting piece would he be in Denver?
Right. But maybe, as was the case with Aaron Gordon, he can be that guy, and we just don't know because he has been in Oklahoma City.
And like with the core 4, I still think he wouldn't be expected or asked to do a whole lot. And I think that would benefit him.
Definitely. Miroslav, do you have a dream trade target, or who's your guy that you want to see the Nuggets add this summer?
I mean, I would like to see a real all-in move, but I don't think it's possible to make a run for a real all-star kind of player. I put it online a couple of days ago that if Zach LaVine wouldn't sign the new contract with Chicago Bulls, that Denver Nuggets could try to make some kind of sign and trade and, give away Barton and 2 greens just to match the salary, and then just put on top of that like 3 first-round picks and like a couple of pick swaps. But I don't think that even that would work because of the number of maximum salaries you can have on your team. I have to look at the CBA about that, because Jokic is now signing a supermax, presumably very soon, and he will be next to 2 max contracts. And I don't think that's illegal, because he's not doing the rookie extension. He's actually doing a second big contract. So I think that's legal. But if you try to add Levine, I'm not sure that that's even possible. We have to check that with Jay Coy. Sure.
Yeah, could they even pay Levine? Like,
they could actually. They actually could. They have the money to do it. They would just need to have 5 guys and then another 10 minimum guys.
Would they get his bird rights too if they traded for, like, I don't know how it works in sign and extension in terms of them being able to go over the cap to keep him, but extremely unrealistic.
No,
but
but it's not over the cap because you're matching the salary. You're not.
Well, but he's due for what's the new contract he's signing?
For like further years, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing not much more than 30 in the first season. So this is why I thought the salary.
That's an interesting one, man. Zach LaVine.
You'd score every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
And he's so much better as a defender than he used to be.
Yeah.
And he's big.
And athletic.
I think the Nuggets should trade 5 firsts for Drew Holiday and max him immediately.
Yeah,
we were so stupid.
No, but I also, man, here's the thing. Like, Milwaukee gave them 5 firsts. Like, if they phone in on like the hour before the deadline with 5 firsts, and then they have to max him, and it's all to keep Giannis, and then Kevin Durant's toe is like 3 inches shorter, we're doing the other version of that move. We're freaking out. It was worth it for them. It was the right move, and Denver would be better with Drew. I am just going to say it's a hard one to be like, oh, they should have done it. Like, Milwaukee came in way over the top. That was a risk.
Yeah, and what if Mason Plumlee didn't have that brain fart against Anthony Davis in that game 5 or game 4? What was it? And, if they didn't lose that game,
How do you guys feel about Marcus? Is he too chaotic on the offensive end? Marcus Smart. That's
Smart.
the 2.
Marcus. It depends on the deal. I mean, I'm open to it. But yeah, I wouldn't sell the farm for Marcus Smart.
I don't think he's available.
They're not trading Marcus.
Yeah, they're not trading. I'm just thinking we're doing dream fits, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I would also love a third center. Like, I know people talk about having a backup, but I want a third center. I want Jokic to actually take it. No, just 3. Just 3.
Only one guy in this league is good for a third center in Denver, and that's Boban.
Yes, let's do it. I'm so down. I would love it. He doesn't have to play a lot. He doesn't have to play every day. Just like every other week, you want to give Jokic a night off. You need him. Maybe Boogie is back and he, fouls out or has, I thought Boogie was at his best when there were consequences to him playing the right way and having the right attitude or not. And I think that would help. Mm-hmm. And I think you can kind of, maybe with this draft pick, if we're going to use it, you can find a guy who can come into the league, like how Kenneth Faried came into the league. He didn't have to learn a lot. There wasn't a lot of like, oh, you need him to season then. He can just kind of get rebounds and dunk, and I think that would be fine. And maybe even give like an alternative look. But that's just me.
That would kind of make sense if the first round pick this year was a guy who didn't need a ton of development time. Yeah. Real plug and play guy. I would not be surprised. All right, Ray, thanks for joining us. Miroslav, thank you for the lesson in segment 1.
Thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
Sure,
I'm excited for next week's lesson already.
I will bring up the PowerPoint presentation next week again, just to and
yeah,
I will say nothing. You will just
could just email that to me. That'd be great.
Yeah, if you could put out like an audiobook, that would be. I would love that.
Yeah, put those notes online so I can go back and check. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back Monday with the new full week of episodes. Probably talk about the backup center position some more then. We'll talk to you guys then. Have a good weekend, everyone. Take care.